Hey everyone, Shoot here. This video follows up my last one. I decided to keep playing after that session because I was having quite a bit of fun. For those who don't know, this is the newest patch where disguise rules have been changed and overall the game is a bit harder. At least for me it is. Evils will disguise as outcasts far more frequently. Empress cannot point to herself anymore, which means you don't get free information, and you get far less duplicates of a single villager. Either way, enjoy. See, if I had killed Lilith first instead of the minion, I would have known that the other one was evil too. Since evils do not double claim good villagers, they always disguise it as a unique one. But because I killed the minion first, I just figured that it was duplicating a real outcast. Alright. Alright, original baker. I think I'm just gonna flip most of them then. Good. Questionable. Wretch. Judge. Okay. I can't believe that, because that wouldn't work. I mean, we don't have poisoner. So you should be lying. Yeah, because you were real. And unless you turned you... I think you did turn you, actually. That's a shame. Alright. Let's see. Puka, minion, poisoner, drunk, doppler, plague. 724. You cured 2 corruptions. You're both quite sus. Is there a world in which I just send it? Probably not. I'm pretty sure that her ability, the learn correct info part, should work even if she's corrupted. I haven't tested that actually, because I don't usually end up in that situation with her. But I think her ability works even if she's lying. Maybe not. Let's see, fortune teller. Number 4 or number 2 is minion. Curious. We have shaman? No, we do have doppler drunk. I think we have a doppelganger then. Okay. Well, you were fake. So then you two are lying. Number 3 is corrupted. Number 6 is evil. I don't think I believe that. Yeah. Which means you're evil. And you're not evil. You're not evil. You were correct. Good job. I shouldn't have doubted you. Oops. 724, that checks out. Good job. Dreamer on minion. You're full of it. Oops. Oh, I guess it is just double plague doctor. Right? That checks out. Plus evil's clockwise. That wouldn't be true though. How dare you? Yeah, so you were just lying to me. Weird. It's just kind of weird it'll take some time to get used to, but to go from a time where like you would rarely ever get an outcast as an evil to now getting like double outcast evils is kind of crazy. Puka Shaman. It's also possible that it's happening more frequently than intended as far as the duplication goes. Knight, I'm a sucker for Knight. Shaman is 3 cards. I think I'm going to instantly send this. You're not corrupted. I'm going to test you. You're telling the truth. You're truthful. May have been a waste, but I'm glad I did it. You're both. That's a little problematic. Clockwise, that checks out, theoretically. You're not telling the truth. You might be telling the truth. Oh, hey, truth. So you can't be Puka. If you can't be Puka, or any other evil, let's check our other stuff again. Shaman and Puka, that's all we have. And we do have 2 in play. Maybe they fixed it then. Because it does tell us that we have 2 when 1's hidden. That's awesome. So we do have drunk. Nice. So you shouldn't be drunk, you're just corrupted or evil. Because you're a good one. And drunk can't copy, or can't choose a villager and play. If you're Puka, I think that makes sense. Okay, I was not cooking. But it remains true that you are fake. Or at the very least, you're lying. Puka can't be here, but it can... No, it can't be here either. It can't be in either of these. Huh? Wait a second. Again? You're telling the truth? That's wild. Sorry, I'm so not used to... I guess that means that you're the doppelgangers. I'm just so used to the 2 corruptions being a lie, because it so rarely happens. But I guess that's my own bias coming out. That's my bad. I'm sorry, Alchemist. I've doubted you too long. Which means that Shaman's not 1 card. And it's not 3 cards. I think Shaman is 2 cards away. Because you should be corrupted for sure. Oh, wait a second. You have to be bad. Because Puka's a demon, and demons don't double claim. You were the drunk. My apologies. Okay, fine. Fine. You got me good. But it remains true that that Shaman is 2 cards away from the closest evil. So you lied to me. There we go. Oh, I guess... Wait a second. 1, 2... I guess it was 4 away instead. 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, it was 4 away. Oh well. Plague, Minion, Poisoner. There's a learning curve I gotta get used to with this update. Plague Doctor, nice to see you. Distrustful. I have problems with you. Do I have Puka again? I didn't even pay attention. I do have Puka. Minion, Poisoner. Alright. Now it feels unlikely that you're telling the truth. This is messed up. Closest evil is equidistant. I'm almost a believer. There's a scary world where you're both telling the truth. We have only one outcast. I'm going to trust this. We only have one. And so that might mean that we have double lying plague doctors again. What do you tell me? You're not corrupted. You cured 2 corruptions. Maybe it... Actually, I don't think it is possible that these are both true. Let alone one of them. You claim he's lying. Oh. There is. So I think that means that this is Puka or Poisoner. Hold on. Internalize. Not corrupted. Equidistant. 7 is lying. 7 or 9 is evil. I don't know that I use both of these or not. Maybe I check like this. Oh. Maybe that was bad. No, because I think you're probably... Okay, you were corrupted. You were Puka. Okay. You were lying and you were corrupted because of Puka. Okay. Fair. That's... Wait. Huh? Eh? Is that allowed? Can drunk be plague doctor? Or that doesn't sound right. Maybe that's just an unintended interaction that I didn't know about. I'll file that away for later, I suppose. Very questionable. And then you were lying, which is why that turned out the way it did, because you were minion. And yeah, you were Puka. Yeah, I was not expecting the drunk to be plague doctor. Okay. Live and learn. File that away. Ba, minion, wretch, drunk, doppel. Wretch? A truther? I don't know why that happened. Minion is 3 cards away from closest evil. We'll see about that. Yeah, that's what I thought. You send it? Nice. pump up the score a little bit early. No harm done. Willis, Shaman, Minion, Wretch, Plague, Bomb. Counterclockwise, check it out. Curious. You're full of it. Also, I already forgot, but I gotta turn off the music. It does get the video's copyright claimed. Maybe I'll put it really low. I don't want it to be absent completely because then the game has like no ambience. But I can't get all my videos claimed either. It's kind of an awkward situation to be in. Check ya. Plague Doctor, welcome back. You have been the bane of my existence for the past handful of rounds. One evil adjacent to you. Old me would have said that it could never be. But now, we're changed men. Interesting. Are you both just evil then? I would check out. Unless corruption. 2 is evil. You're full of it. You chose the only card you killed. Otherwise, I probably would have just killed one. Which means you should also be... Oh, never mind. Okay, so I thought it only lied about corruption if you used the ability on another evil. But I guess it just lies to you on any card you use. I wonder if it would say that I wonder if you used it on the corruption, if it would tell you that they weren't corrupted at all. Or if it would still feed you false evil. Very curious. Which means I think you're both telling the truth then. And it's just Shaman. I think we check Knight for free. Yeah, because evil Plague Doctors don't trigger their corruption ability at the start of the round. Which should mean that we have no corruption in this one. Pretty gross. And that means you have to be telling the truth, because otherwise there'd be like 2 evils here. I think that just leaves Baker as the other evil. Yeah. Oh, Minion Puppeteer. Let's guess how many outcasts we'll get this time. Knight. Dreamer. Okay, curious. Okay, we only have 1. I think that's accurate then. Yeah, that checks out. 8, 9, 6. Which means I think we check... Yeah, I think we just check Knight for free. Because we don't have any corruption. Which means you're evil. And you can still use abilities post-death. Expect that might get patched out, but for now I'm going to use it as I feel, as I see fit. We are going to just check some stuff. Let's check Dreamers real quick. So one of you is evil. This is probably true. You could both be evil. Puppeteer and Puppet. You were Puppet. You were Puppeteer. Nice try, fellas. Which means this is true. Good job, though. And you're telling the truth. We'll check you. Goodbye, boss. Willis, Minion, Poisoner, Plague, Wretch. We only have 1 outcast in play, supposedly. 2 or 6. We cannot force 2 kills, so we're going to get screwed, more than likely. Okay. This should be true. No shaman, no doppel, no drunk. So there's some instantaneous concern. Equidistant. I don't... technically that could be true, which means 2 away, 2 away. There are corrupted characters. You were lying, so 2 and 6 are both good. You might be the corrupted, though. Okay. 4 or 8 is poisoner. It's kind of messed up because I honestly don't... I have trust issues now. I honestly don't know if I should... Wretch should be the outcast. We have one in play, so I'm going to trust that it's 4. Oh, right. Wretch appears as evil. Ah! Touche, touche. That was good on you. And that was also inaccurate because Wretch was there. Probably should have figured that out then. If I had thought about that, I would have realized. I always just lose track of Wretch being evil. Considered evil. Alright. More villages aplenty. Willis, Counselor, Shaman, Doppel, Drunk, Wretch. You claim in the top right that we only have one outcast in play. I'm going to trust you. Do not betray me. Drudge. Wretch. Questionable. And we might as well just flip all 4 of these. You're both lying. The worst part is that you could both be... Wait, we don't have Puka, do we? No, we don't. Eh? I'm pretty sure that this has to be a lie in the top right. Because we have Counselor. So there should be a minimum of 2. So I guess you do have to be lying. One of you at least has to be lying. We don't have any corruption sources. Just drunk. So I have to murder you. You are probably my shaman picks. Okay. Okay. So yeah, then you're a doppelganger. Checks out. Equidistant. You should say that she's lying. Then I think it's just enlightened. That's the other evil. Wait a second. No, it should be you. Because Wretch, I always lose track of Wretch. It is a sin. But no, we only have 1. How dare you? So then it's... No, because Wretch can't be the other... See, it's awkward because No, it should be you. Because you're definitely lying. Yeah, okay. You were the drunk. I could have tested its ability on the corrupted and then found out that way. Oh well. Punished for not being more cautious. Lilith's Puppeteer Counselor. Bomb, Drunk, Doppel. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be tempted. It is very tempting though. Questionable. You are good. We've covered that before. Can't get a second kill off. Just flip it. Very unlikely. Okay. That's a lie. We don't have plague. We do have drunk. You can't be drunk, though. You could be drunk. I should not be playing this at 1 a.m. I almost want to kill one just to get confirmation on bomb. I do have one outcast. But Doppel and Drunk are both in the pool, so I'm heavily... I just do not trust that that bomb is real. Especially since I have Alchemist 1 and 2. And this could have also been... This could have been a duplicate. This I know is false, I just don't know if it's... I guess I kill you in case... You're likely drunk, though. It feels like such an obvious drunk. I almost don't want to be... I kill you just to test. Okay, you were not drunk. Knitter. Knight could be drunk. And again, no corruption. It's even weirder, though, because Counselor should have turned a villager adjacent into an outcast. They sit next to an outcast. Oh, I guess it doesn't have to be adjacent. It's just any villager becomes an outcast. So how is it possible that we only have... Well, I guess it doesn't show abilities taking effect. It's only the start of the game where it counts this. So it does say how many character types are currently in play, as if it were current. Maybe I'm just too confused about it. Number 1 is... that number 7 is good. It's such a specific number. Oh, I gotta... I think I kill 6. Maybe I kill 1. Because it would help a lot. It would help me with Empress. I'll call that luck, and we'll take it. So, you were knight, you were gem, you're telling the truth. 7 is good, 1 was evil, which means it should just be 6. Okay, that checks out. So, I didn't have any... No, you were an outcast. And you were drunk, and you just happened to get... So, you know, what are you going to do about that? But good news, I guess, that drunk got killed. Let's see, Ba, Shaman, Doppel, Plague, Bomb. Okay, Ba, yeah. Plague, good to see you. 7 is a real Plague Doctor. I think this has to be the truth. No, because... I guess it doesn't have to be. One thing I still don't know exactly is if when the medium lies, does it say what the character looks like and it's actually a disguise, or does it say what the disguised character is beneath what it claims to be? I don't play around that enough to remember. Double Slayer, though. We do have Doppel in play, and we have Shaman. Not corrupted. I think we check Knight then. Good. So I believe you're real. We likely would have checked Knight either way. Unless it gave us a corrupted tag, and then we would have checked for whatever number it claimed. I think that means that we don't have Doppel, and we just have Plague in play. Which means you both should be from Shaman. And we do have a corruption. That works out. You were corrupted. Moving on up. We have Puka. Alright. That's not true. That holds true. I think you're Puka. And you two are... Yeah. They were corrupted. They were all innocent. And Doppel on Jester. Lilith's Poisoner, we have 2 in play. Now Believer. Counter clockwise. One or 3. We do have corruption. I've got bad news. Not necessarily bad news. We don't have any duplicates along here. So either number 5 was Doppelganger or the copy of Doppelganger, or we have Drunk. Technically, it could maybe have been Plague as well. Nine, 1, 5. I think we check Knight. Yeah. So I think number 3 then is number 9 should be Minion or Drunk. In hindsight, it was probably smarter and safer to check Judge, because if Knight was corrupted, then I would have lost. Killing Judge confirms whether or not... I guess it's possible that you're lying. So that was overzealous. Because if you're lying, then Judge, Knight, and number 5 are all villagers. I think we kill Oracle to get information. Let me check what you say. Lilith. You register as a random evil minion. You only register as minion and evil. Okay, that's a little different than what this says. Because Lilith is a demon, not a minion. Minion and evil. So I don't know if that means you're lying or telling the truth, because it's wretch. That's awkward. It does just say learn an evil role, so I'm going to assume that it could tell you a demon and not a minion. But no, because... We'll use this round to learn this, I guess. 1 or 3 could be poisoner. This could be true if you were corrupted, and thus you would be poisoner, and you would be the other evil. You were corrupted. So we did have a plague doctor. You were plague doctor. So then you are lying. Okay. Yeah. What are you gonna do, man? When the odds decide to kill your plague doctor, it is what it is. Thankfully we had the health to spare, but... tough round. And that does check out that we had 2 outcasts. Or good. Okay. It's fine. Bob, poisoner, wretch, drunk, bomb. Only 1. Good to note. 7 or 1 is poisoner. It's very unlikely, but it could be true. Let me check 2. Alright, checking 2 makes me sad. Good. That checks out. Okay. So you're corrupted. Which means 7 and 1 are good. You're good. You're good, so it should just be you. Nice. Okay. Slowly but surely. Hookah, poisoner, drunk, wretch, bomb. I'm a believer. Number 8 is a real bard. 7 or 2 is a poisoner. Something ain't adding up here. No, I guess that's fine. No, it could be misleading, though. One of these could be fake, and drunk could be the other outcasts. That's the problem. I don't... For those curious, using Slayer on Wretch does work if it's a real Slayer, because it does consider it to be evil, and thus it does kill it, and take away 5 health from you. Which is kind of cool. 7 or 2 is poisoner. It's so weird to see it giving Wretch, but I know that Wretch does count as a random evil minion. So I think it's telling the truth in its eyes. Could also not, though. Because you could just be Puka. This is believable. Maybe we just send number 2. Number 3... I gotta kill somebody to get information. There is a world in which one of you is poisoner or Puka, and you're corrupting Scout. And that would make Bard true. If Wretch was... No. Part of the problem is the sides. Because we already have 1 evil counted on this side. This probably would be my last round though for the video, because my eyes are like rolling back in my head at this point. You could very well be Puka. No, because that would cause problems. It could be Poisoner. You were telling the truth. I ain't got the brain power for this right now. Ain't gonna lie. Number 8 is a real bard. 2 cards away from corrupted. See, the problem is, I think Oracle is just seeing Wretch as Poisoner. Which means I'm not really getting any good information. Character tells you information. Yeah. I think it's just seeing Wretch as Poisoner. So number 2 should be real, but it could be corrupted. Architect is probably lying at this point. I think Architect has to be lying at this point. Unless... No. Puka and Poisoner wouldn't work here. If you are Poisoner, and you poisoned Slayer, you could be telling the truth. Oh. Okay. Then you are corrupted. And you did tell the truth. And the right side is not more evil. So you were just seeing Wretch as evil, which blows. And makes you almost kind of useless. So number 2 is telling the truth, which means you're good. You're good. And I think you're also a real outcast. Yeah, you should be real. Puka is 3 cards away from closest to evil. 1, 2, 3. That wouldn't work because you'd have been lying. You can't be here or here. You can't be here. Wouldn't work there. I think this is Puka. No, I think you're Puka. No, you could be Puka. You could be Puka and then you would be telling the truth. And that would be wrong because Rush would be closest. Right? That checks out? Okay, good. Okay, that was probably way tougher than it... I made that way tougher than it should have been. Either way, I'll hold off on doing more for now, but thought I'd take a change of pace and upload. Just really me, I guess, figuring things out in real time. Update is certainly special. Not having it, like, I've seen so few duplicates compared to before. Like, even though it says that it's a 60% chance to disguise as a copy, it feels like it's way less than that now. Like, genuinely. I see so few copies now. Anyways. Thanks for watching. I've been Shoot, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.